Hi everyone, it's Eddie here. Welcome back to my channel. And I think we're in video number 6 of the How to Make a Junk Journal series. I'm filling up my glitter glue because today I'm gonna put some pockets in this journal, and I'll show you a few things that I use. Are you gonna go down? Is that a bubble or is that just full? I think that's just full. Okay, we gotta be careful here. So I pulled out some papers and different things that I've used, or that I do use, to make pockets and tucks and all that fun business for our journal. So we'll do that. And then I want to show you some junk journal cards, how to make some scrappy, grungy junk journal cards with old index cards. And my old index cards are this big, but I cut them in half to use in the journal because it's just really big. So I cut them in half. So we'll make some of those, and then some others. Oh, I'll show you some other stuff that you can do with one of my digital kits that's available in my Etsy shop, and I'll show you some. You can make pockets with those too. So I will get going here. Let's see, glue's tight. Yeah, that's all set. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I'm gonna work in this book today, just because I'm just working one book at a time when I'm doing these things. I'll do a lot of it off camera because it's just a lot of the same monotonous stuff, but I just want to show you different papers I use and give you some ideas on what you can do. So first of all, this pocket here, or if you remember from earlier in the series, this is an old gel print that I made, and I just ripped it up by hand and grunged it up with some ink, and I think there was something else on there. No, I think that was it. And I just glued it down, and then I've got a pocket. So you can take this. There you go. You got a nice little pocket in there. And then here we added a pocket here already, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's go here. Oh, I love that. I love the sound of that. And this is another textural page, but you can certainly add a pocket to this, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's see what I have here. I have vellum. You can use vellum. It looks really cool when you tear it too. I have some of that. This, I believe, is a full page sticker, which I may not use. I just realized it was a sticker, but you can save that for something else. I like the owl imagery on there. Gel prints. If you have offcuts of gel prints where you've made something else, use those. I made a little sort of art pamphlet book recently, and I used these, mostly these, in the book. So I just cut out a portion of them, obviously, and then these are my leftovers. And then I have these National Geographic pages that I have frotaged on and then gel printed over. So what I mean by that is I put a stencil underneath the magazine page, and then I take a sand block with pretty soft or what do you call it, mild abrasion, and rub over that, and you get that cool effect showing through. And then I just go over it with the gel print on the gel plate with some paint, and I even have another stencil here that I used on the gel plate. If you can see, it's silvery. Same thing here, and all of these. So you can do a lot of fun stuff with magazine pages, especially these National Geographic pages. They're a little thicker, and they have a quality that allows for really cool techniques with mixed media techniques. So definitely, if you're in a thrift shop and you find some, pick up a couple of these and the books, magazines, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with it. So what do we want to do here? Let's do something snazzy. Right away, I see this. I think this will go really nicely in here. But I have to trim it down, right? So let's do that. And typically what I do is, this is a 5.5 inch width sheet of paper. You don't want to do it edge to edge. You don't want to set your pocket edge to edge. It's going to give you a lot of troubles. It's going to make it harder to fold. So I usually give it about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch on either side. So if I do 1/2 inch on either side, that's 1 inch. So that would be a 4.5 inch width here. And depending on what you're looking for, you know, you can make it as deep as you want, as shallow as you want. You can make it a slanted pocket, something like that. And maybe, you know, should we do that? We'll do a slanted pocket. All right, so first, so we want a width of 4.5. Yeah, let's do 4.5. I just want to trim this a little bit here, though. Get that whiteness off the edge. And then we want to cut it to 4.5. Now you can come at this a couple different ways. You know, go on the back and you draw a line. I like to leave a bit of a border here, kind of a square edge. It tends to hold up to stuffing. So here's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna take this. Now, which way do I want it? I want it to slant, to go this way. So I'm gonna go like this. Yeah. No. So if I want it, so I need to cut it down that way. But I need to angle it so I get a bit of a border. That corner I was talking about, and this usually works. So I'm just gonna slice it up like that. And so there you go. Get your little 90-degree angle here, and then this slant. And when you glue these two sides, it just, for some reason, it just allows that little area there allows you to stuff it more comfortably, let's say. You have a comfortable stuffing. So if we got that, and we got this left over, let's go on the second half of the signature to the other one, and we can put a lovely pocket right here if we want. We can do an upper tuck if we want. Let's do that. Let's do an upper tuck. Haven't done one of those in a while. So I'm going to, again, I'm going to cut this at an angle, but probably more at a right angle. So I want like, yeah, I know I'm eyeballing this, but you know, that's how I roll. So there, got a cool little triangle up here, and that's gonna make a little tuck spot. Tuck stuff up in there, right? Isn't that neat? And it goes so well with that paper. All right, so let's glue these down. They really don't need inking. The only inking I'm gonna do is to just the edges, because it's a white paper underneath, you see? So I just wanna get rid of some of that starkness. All right, so this one, this is my upper corner. Okay, yep. Okay. So yeah, play around with the positions of the pockets, sizes. You can do, you know, 3 on a page. They just have to be narrow. If you want to have, you know, pockets for smaller bits of ephemera, or what have you, like smaller notes or pictures. here. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead. I'm just gonna put a little brown. I'm just using the a ground espresso distress ink. There you go. Very easy. No crazy techniques. Just kind of just using what you have and making it fit to to your book size. And I never bring it completely to the edge because that's where you get into trouble, where it'll start to separate because it gets so much, you know, finger moving on there, you know. So I just I bring it in maybe 1/8 of an inch all around and give myself a nice little border, and then you have your pocket. Love it, love it. Okay, now what I may do, probably not going to do it today, but what I also do is I'll decorate even further sometimes, depending on the paper I use. Sometimes I don't. That's just the whole process of it. Is like I'll put it down for a day, I'll come back, flip through, and go, oh, I'll do this here, do this there, this here, and so that is kind of part of my process. Making a junk journal is just kind of giving it a day or two to sit and me forgetting about it, and then coming back with fresh eyes and going, oh, let's do this, or oh, I have this we can use, you know, because sometimes you have so much stuff, and then you're like, wait, I don't have anything for this, because you forget of all the things you do have. So, you know, it also helps that when you're starting a book, you gather, you know, your basic things together and plus some stuff that you want to use, even if you don't ultimately use it, but you have everything together that you think you want to put in your book. And you can keep adding to it, right? Okay, so I showed you those pockets. Let's see, where else do we want some pockets in here? We'll just go in order. Let's see if what if we made this a pocket just like that? I'm just going to angle it this way. And get some little inky poo on here. See? And this is something I wasn't thinking about yesterday when I was working on this, was just flipping the corner up and making a pocket out of it. But just looking at it, I go, you know, why not? It's not like, you know, you're not really going to write on there. It's just kind of it's a junk page, right? Which is what we're doing here. So let's just glue up these two sides and make it a pocket. Yeah, don't glue the top, Eddie, because then you can't get it. I glued the wrong side. All right. I got so excited about it. Here, let me do this. Get a little water on this rag. Just take some of that off. See? I make boo-boos too. All right, so we just need glue on that one edge, which is this one here. All right, we'll start that again. Let's see. There we go. Now, I'll probably come back later and just check, make sure that's fully open and not glued. All right, we'll get some more ink here. Just kind of grunge up the edges here. And that's something else you can do if you want, and go through and grunge up, you know, ink all your different edges. You don't have to do it on just some. Oops. let's ink the bottom edge because that always looks cool. Don't want to leave that out. All right, moving on. Got that one done. Not sure what I'm going to do with this one yet. I may do some stenciling on that later. We could get a pocket on here, that's for sure. Let's see what we have that'll work nicely. And I'm just going to stick with what I've already pulled out because otherwise I will be here forever. Now I'm thinking this one would look really cool. Very similar colors, yeah. And thinking though, if I use this piece, I can create two pockets, two stacking pockets. How about we do that? So again, I'm gonna cut this to a width of, put the pen back in, come on, there you go. We want a 4.5 inch width. And so let's see here. Oh, it's not too far off. So what do we have here actually? 5 inch. I think I can, you know what? I can live with the 5 inch width on this one. It's more the height because we have a 8.5 inch tall page. So let's see how many. So I'll do 2 3/4 inch pockets. Let's do that. 2 3/4 inch. There we go. Let's just move these scraps to another pile. Piles upon piles. Just go right there. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do a little curvy or cornering, I guess you call it, on the bottom of these pockets. I like to use a number 7. And by number 7, I mean when you get one of these, it has 3 measurements. It's got the 4mm, 7mm, and 10mm. I like to use the 7 most often. So, and should we do a little hole action up here, or thumb hole action? There we go. Oops. All up on my shirt. So again, I'm not inking these to give them a distressed look because it's hard to do over the darker paint anyway. But I just want to get rid of this white edge from the paper. All right, beautiful. I love that. Very, very wonderful. So as we continue, let's see, what do I want to play with now? I want to use some of this vellum here. Maybe these definitely lighter colored pages, and that will show through. So the design will show through. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what? I kind of like the idea of this page here. And this will be, I'm gonna tear this down and we'll use the cage portion of it. So, very easy to tear. And just kind of take your time and go along where you want the design to be, or where you know, what portion you want to use. And just, you know, yeah, see? Easy peasy. Now this bad boy will take some ink, so that's what I'm gonna do. Just all around the edge. And to secure this to the page, I just use glitter glue. It works just great. It's strong and it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about that. You can use a white glue, you know, like just a glue that dries clear. It will work. See how great this takes the ink on? Let's get Instagrunge. Cool, so, oh, this doesn't have enough glue, Eddie. Come on. All right, so you basically, you're getting the idea of the pockets and where they go and how to do them, and it's pretty easy. It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of, you know, using what you've got. Don't go crazy getting new stuff. Look around and see what you've got. Even a piece of, you know, junk mail that might have a cool design on it. Use that. Why not? It's a junk journal. I just tend to have do other things with mixed media, so I always have gel prints. I always have tissue and, you know, all kind of funky stuff. So, you know, but that's me. Not everybody works in all those mediums. So, you know, use what you've got. So, in my Etsy shop, I have a DigiKit of my dad's old recipe cards from when he was a baker. And the stains you see on them and the discolorations, and those are original. I basically just scanned the original cards and uploaded them for you all, and they are. I sized them here to bring this back. Now you can resize them to, you know, once you download them, they're yours to use. But for example, at the download as it is now, and you print them off, they are about 1 in 4 and 5/8, so about 4.5. And then tall, they are 2 3/4. So roughly the size of a typical index card, right? So these are ready to download. Once you purchase them, they come in a file. You open it, and they're yours to use. And what I like to do with them is I can make them journal cards. They can be, so you've got the front already done. I mean, honestly, you can just add maybe a sentiment or maybe a flower or something, a butterfly, and then distress the back, and there you have your journal card. You can make a tag, snip your sides, maybe put a little coffee paper on the back, and decorate the front a little more, and then you have a tag. And then also, you can make a pocket. So I have a couple of ideas here, and these I've made with these stencils. These are strips from PM Artist Studio, and they're available in their shop. This, I believe, is Geopoly, and it's available in a set. So let's see what I can show you. So see, you just use a little inky ink, stamp them up, or ink them up, and where is my little brushy here? Here, let's use that. And so this one maybe we'll do, here, let's do this, Distress Oxide and Patina, and the Salvage Patina. And then just pick pick what you want. Here, I like this, here we go. Hold it down, take your ink. These are great for using with stencils and ink and all that stuff. They're paddle brushes. Come on, ink, get in there. Now, it's not going to be 100% perfect, but that's what you want. You want it to be kind of grungy, jaggedy, a little off. That's cool, see? Just get that there. If I wanted to, I could come in with this brown and slightly offset from where I was originally, and just give it a cool little, like a 2D almost effect. Isn't that neat? So yeah, you can do all kinds of cool stuff. So that's one idea, or another idea. And I just wanted to show you, oops, wrong colors, the other ones I've done. So these are, I made this with gears from PM Artist Studio and their lattice stencil here. And I use that again with some Distress Oxide inks. You can use whatever ink you have. You can even use latex paint. Here, I wasn't going to do this, but I'll show you right quick. Where's the one that hasn't been done yet? Let's do this one. Let's say we want to do some gears. And we want to do some, I'm just going to use black just because it's easier to see. That's what's great about silicone mats. Get some on your sponge and pounce away. So you have many options. Especially if you're using a stencil. Oh my gosh, you got a lot of options. I could also use a spray. So kind of just spray in that area if I wanted to. I could use, probably use watercolor too. Let's see, why not? Alcohol inks. There you go. See? Fun, instant, grunge, cool. So you got a bunch of ideas here. And let's do one more. Should I do a spray? Let's do a spray. I'm just reaching over because I'm sprays are like just over there. Here we'll use this tea dye. And how about the lattice stencil? Use this one. Let me just get these out of the way so I don't muck them up. And just lay down your stencil wherever you want it. Do it at an angle. And there you go. Pick that up, and then you have it. Cool, huh? Don't waste that ink. So there you go. So all different things you can do to use for pockets, journal cards, all that fun stuff. Let me set you to dry. And let me get this out of here. Now the ink or the spray that I use is a distress spray, which means it's activated by with water. So I can come in with my little sprayer here and just kind of get a few little drops of water on there, and then you'll see it start to change up on you and give you different shades. All right, let's let that dry. I'm gonna put these over yonder. And again, the stencils I'm using, they're all available at pmartiststudio.com. And I have my own special discount code that you can use. It's called, it's EddieFan10, EDDIEFAN 10. And just tell them I sent you. And the next thing is, oh, here's the other thing I wanted to show you is my rip strips. So I recently did a video with these, making these. I was challenged by my friend Sharon over at Texture Junkies on YouTube. And these are basically clusters on a strip that I can just rip off, you know, whenever I need. It's all pre-made. It's ready to go. I have them hanging by my workspace so that when I need something, I can just come in and a little extra something, come in, rip it off. Can even rip off a little bit more. These are on food packaging chipboard. I forgot what packaging this was, but this one is a strong package. Rough that up and ink it. And I will link that video below so you can get a gander at how I made these. But it's basically, it's like I said, it's like, you know, mini collages on strips that you can use for your future projects. These are just a great way to use up your scraps and have something pre-made ready to go. So when you're making things, it's ready. It's all there. So see, we can use that on something like, we can always put it on here. And this would be a pocket. And then that'd be your decoration. So there you go. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is scraps. Scraps, 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 more scraps. Turning your scraps into Grungular journal cards. So I'm just gonna straighten up a second and then come back and do some of these with you. So recently I went to my local thrift shop, which I just found out is closed for an undetermined amount of time, whatever that means, but I don't know. I hope they get their stuff together and open up again because that place was awesome. But anyway, I got a big stash of stuff, including, you know, just a lot of blank paper and like stuff like that, including this huge stack of, these large, extra large index cards. And they have nice weight and they are aged naturally. They were still wrapped in the plastic except for like a little corner. So yeah, I got a bunch of those, so I said, let me make some journal cards. They make great journal cards. They're already lined. Don't have to worry about that. They're already vintaged or grunged, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to leave the more grungier side for the side that to write on. So I'll flip these over and I'll collage on the less grungy side. See, that's more grungy, so I'm going to collage on there. This one doesn't make a difference. Okay. So basically what I want to do is I want to use up scraps. And I want to use up some washi tape that I have, and I want to use some really cool watercolor flowers that I got from my friend Julie Torrens in this this little container here. So let's just get going. I'm just going to make a few and see what you think. So here, let's start with some book page. And I like to get rid of the edge, the margin rather, because it's just, you want the writing block, right? Or block of writing. Whoops. That didn't cut very well. Yeah, making more scraps, I know. These are going in recycling, so I have enough of that. So here I have a basket of just all kinds of different stuff. Scraps, original ephemera, vellum paper, stamp-off paper where I was, stamping stuff, and then I used a sheet of paper to clean off the stamps. That's nice and grungy. This is some coffee sprayed and distress ink paper. Here's some faux leather that I made for a journal cover. There's a video, I did that. There's that. This is some sticker paper scrap that I stamped on. So I have these full sheets of sticker paper that I use for different things. And I had some strips left over from trimming it up, and I just stamped on it. Cut it up whenever I need it. I've got some old book page edges here. I've got some construction paper trimmings. And this is old construction paper that my mom had in her stash that I still use. Some of it has, like, I call it a tan line. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, it definitely faded. Some coffee dyed scraps. I think we got some old Halloween paper in there. Magazine paper. So basically just, make up a mishmash, grab a mishmash of stuff in a little basket and get to collaging. So I'm gonna do these in order, not in order, but like, I'm gonna pause for a second while the fire trucks go by. So what I like to do is I like to take the book page, let's pick a corner and we'll do all four. We'll just do that. So tear this in half. That's a little bigger than I wanted, but you know what? That's okay. And I'm not really going to ink too much here yet because some of this is going to get overlapped, so it's just a waste of time to ink them up. I need something to glue on. Almost out of my glue stick. I'm waiting for Amazon to deliver more today. I didn't realize I was down to my last one until yesterday when I was making some stuff, and I was like, whoa, I gotta save the rest of this for the video because I'm not gonna get my order in time. So, like, go. There's one. We can use this one here. We can use it this way. Put it up top. Let's put it on the top part. So this is like my version of mask making something. They're all not going to be exact, but they're all going to have similar elements, just in different places, or, I mean, because these may not all end up in the same journal. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's okay. Again, just trim this down using your God-given tools, your phalanges, and there you go. Give it an see. Phalanges failed me today. All right, let's get this sucker down. And if it comes over the edge, that's cool. We'll just trim it off later. The point in getting these is in doing these, I think, and making them fun and not stressful, is just putting stuff down and not worrying way too much about it. Just do it. And if I wanted to highly stylize these, I could, but that's not interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted something cookie cutter, I will make cookies. All right, so let's use some of this. Where do we want to use this? How about we do a strip there? So I'm just going to cut this into a couple of strips. And the back of this is just, the paper is just brown packaging. But this is, this side is painted to look like leathery, and then it's coated with Mod Podge. So, but this side I can definitely glue on. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. These are going to overhang, but that's cool, because we'll trim it up later. Where's my little card scraper thing? Here it is. Just use an old card just to smooth her out. Oh, come on. You can make it. You can make it. I mean, I can definitely use the glitter glue once I'm out of that, if I'm still doing these, but I think we can get it done with what's left in there. Oops. One more. Right to the edge, right to the edge. Okay. So fun. Oh, wait, we're missing one. We are missing one. Now, I like using this because it's got a little texture to it, so that's fun. Always something, you always want something tactile on your work, I think. Yeah. If it's something somebody's going to handle, give them something to handle. Okay, those are good. What's next? What should we do next? What do we have in the bucket here? Here, got some pieces from Original Ephemera, and these were full, documents or whatever. All I did was I ripped them up and I took out the bits that had personal information, so, anything like that could be not cool. So do some of that here. Some of that here. Here. There's some more. And a lot of this is just ripped by hand. Stick it down. There we go. And size, it's not, you know, they don't have to be exact. Basically, like I said, just rip it up, get it down. Okay, so this is how far we've gotten. I just stamped the script on there. And by the way, this is from the Tim Holtz stamp collection. It comes with this one and then a narrower strip. These are really good to have. So yeah, we got some cool stuff down on there, washi, some inking, and then, you know, just different, and a lot of these, see, I wanted to point this out because a lot of what I do with my scraps sometimes is I'll sit there and I'll watch like TV or video or something on YouTube and just stamp different single images on pieces of scrap so that when I do stuff like this, I've got, you know, little bits and bobs to play with. The next step I did, or I'm going to do, is I take a little craft paint brown. It's really cheap. I got this for like 40 cents, so you don't need anything fancy for this step. I just put a tiny bit on my mat, and we can get a little water on there. I'm gonna water that down a little bit, because what I'm trying to create is a sort of wash that's going to give us just a more grungier and tiki dirty look. And I just go over different areas just like that. It's not perfect. It's just here and there. Make it a little messy. Needs a little bit more water here. Now, to seal these, you can certainly go over them with like a Mod Podge or a gel medium. I haven't decided which I'm gonna do. I've made some other ones that I will also seal, but for right now, they're gonna be as is. So see, it just gives it another level of that extra yummy, you know, gorgeous crunchiness. I know I had a rag earlier. Oh, here it is. Hiding. Clean that up. And then what I did on my other ones, which I'll show you at the end, but I had some of this leftover vellum and I created like little pockets. So they're like journal cards that have pockets in them. So how about that? Okay, now that we've got our 4 journal cards done, pretty much, I added the vellum and I inked it all up. And you notice I used black ink on the edges. That's great to use. If you just have the black ink, use it. Ain't no shame in that game. That is for sure. My hands are all inky right now. But let's press on. So the final thing I wanted to add to these is these awesome watercolor flowers that, and there's also some coins. These are from my friend Julie Torrens, and she makes these. Now, she offers them in a digital format through pmartiststudio.com, and you can use the same discount code I gave you earlier for that, EddieFan10. And she's got some wonderful watercolor digitals that you can download. I just want to see if I have... Okay, so this is what they look like when you download them. And so you've got your larger flowers, some leaves, and there's flowers, more leaves. Everything coordinates so well. Her color choices are insanely great. And then she's got, she outlines this all by hand. So this is all hand done. It's just basically digitized so that you can use it for your own work. Aren't these great? Now this is a prototype. It's a little bit different on the website, but it's pretty much the quality that you're gonna get with her digitals. which are fabulous. So let's decorate these pockets, stuff this all out with some of this cool watercolor stuff. Now I have to admit, these are originals. And by originals, I mean these are the actual watercolor painting that she did and then cut them out and sent to me. So thanks again, Julie. That is so cool. That's not that. So yeah, these are a little thicker than like a printer paper. This is watercolor paper. So just in case you're wondering why is his a little bit different than mine. If you have a setup where you can't print on watercolor paper, which I don't think you can, go for it, or maybe just print them off on cardstock. That's definitely an option. If you want to make them a little thicker. You don't have to, but if you like them like that, like I do, that's that's all up to you. So let's see. What do we want to put where? I think this needs something colorful to make it jump out at us. Is it that? Is it the blue? No. Is it this pink? No. Not really pink. It's kind of a lavender. Or hear me out. Do some of these. Let's do we'll do a trio of the circles or the coins. Okay, so let's see. I want to. Okay, hearts for sure. This kind of gold, yeah, that'll work. And that green one, or the purplish with the green. Okay. And then I just could ink the edges a little bit. See if I can do 2 at a time here. Oh, and this video is going to end shortly because I see the neighbor's landscapers just arrived. So before they get going and I have to endure that noise, I'm just going to set these up and then I'll glue them later. But let's see. So for this one, I got some yellow. I think maybe this one would be cool on here. So it picks up the yellow. But what is that on there? Okay, put that one there. And maybe add the purple one. Yes, I like that. And then over here, yeah, I put this one down. But maybe it goes here. And maybe we do some greenery there with this blue one. Yeah, so I'll go through, I'll ink them up, glue them all down, and they'll be great. These are the ones I did. Now I actually made a video. I filmed myself making these, and as I was in the middle of doing these, I'm like, wow, I already have footage of me making them, but whatever, I'll add it into the video too, so that'll be part of the video. if you follow me on Facebook, I'm in the group Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists. And I posted these there already today. Don't you love that? Isn't that beautiful? Love it. Now, this one, I didn't do anything on the vellum. I put the little coin up here. I might add some more there, don't know. Like I said, these aren't completely done because I may want to sort of seal them up a little bit more. But I want to leave this as a pocket, so that's something I got to worry about. That's cool. So we did a lot today. We got some collages done, junk journal cards. We've got the, oh, look at how that turned out. That's the one we sprayed earlier. So we use stencils and my DigiKit of vintage recipe cards. That's on my Etsy. We made pockets with some stenciling and stuff. We did these, see? So we can use these as pockets. We can use these as, we can make tags out of them, journal cards, whatever. Look at how fun it is. And it's just basically you print them off, you cut them out, you ink up the edges, and then use some ink through a stencil. You can even use acrylic. We used acrylic on that one. So that was fun. It's a good way to use up your washi tape too for the journal cards. And we talked about rip strips, which are great. So I could take a piece here. Where's that one? I didn't have anything on the pocket. So for here, I could, you know, let's find something maybe that'll go cool on there. A grungy number. This cute. I think that's a boy. There we go. Here, should we do a fungus? Let's do this fungus here. Where are we? Okay. Do you want the one at the top? I want this one here in the middle, so I'm gonna rip it. There we go. And maybe rip around the edges here a little bit. So it's more distressed. Okay. Could put a little ink on there. There you go. Glue that bad boy on there. That's all set, ready to go. And we used prints and some other stuff to make pockets for our journal. See how beautiful that is? Take one of these journal cards, pop that in there, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. Look at that. And then we took this page, we made it into a pocket, just flipped up the corner, we glued the one side, and there we go. Got a pocket. And then we took a gel print, cut it up, made up 2 pockets there, tore up a piece of vellum, inked it. You got a pocket there. Yeah, so we've got a lot done today in this video. I hope you enjoyed it. So the next videos in this series will probably be, they're going to be just decorating, adding more stuff to the book, and creating some more ephemera for the books. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like, if you know somebody who would enjoy this, share the video on your social media platforms. I would so appreciate that. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.